Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the Premium Bandai HG Build Fighters Accelerate Jinx. Jinx, or GNX, however you really want to pronounce it. Personally, I don't really care. Anyone who does care makes a big deal about how you pronounce it is probably just an asshole, so pronounce it however you want. I used to always say GNX, but Jinx is just kind of easier to say, so I'm going to say Jinx. And as previously mentioned, if it wasn't obvious by the box art, this is a Premium Bandai kit, so it is only going to be limited available. I thought it was a cool design, despite having some parts that I definitely don't like about the design. Overall, it looks very cool, so I had to pick this one up. This is actually going to be the very first Jinx that I've ever built. Never built any other previous version before. I've really wanted to get the Master Grade for a long time, but I just never have gotten around to actually ever buying one. So this is from the manga Amazing Ready. Never read that at all. It's Patrick Mannequin's mobile suit. I have no idea who that is either. But as we can see here on the side of the box, just the same kind of stuff that we saw on the front. On this side, in P-Bandai fashion, there's just nothing. Really nice color of the box though. I like it's a kind of pale mint color. I like the color anyway. So, and then here we have the list price of 2,300 yen, so a little bit more pricey for an HG kit. But it does have a fair amount of stuff in here and a fair amount of new parts, I believe. So we'll find that out here in a minute. Like I said, I've never built the original, so we'll have to check by checking the individual runners how much is new and how much is not new. So there's our sticker sheet. A fair amount of stickers on there, I will say, which is unfortunate for people who don't paint or for people who paint and don't like masking, like me. But those look like old parts probably. And let's see, these are probably some new parts, but we'll have to see. You can maybe tell by that, or maybe not. And then we do also have a stand as well, just a clear stand, a very welcome accessory. Always love having a stand. And then we have our manual here. So here on the top of the manual, you can see what the box art looks like in full color. And it's just the Jinx there skiing along on his skis. Yes, it has apparently some kind of skis. Yeah, fortunately you don't have to permanently keep those on the feet, because that's the part of the design that I'm just not really a fan of. It's just kind of stupid. So those, I'll show you guys those on the feet in the review of course, but then they probably will be coming off and never going on the feet again. If you do want to check out some of this information, you can read that there about the mobile suit itself. The height is 20 meters, so a little bit taller than your average Gundam. And then there's about a Patrick Mannequin there at the bottom. Again, haven't read the manga. Personally, not really all that interested in reading the manga. If you guys have, and it is particularly good, then maybe I'll try to make some time eventually, but anyway, for the customized plan, you can see it's obviously based on the regular Jinx. And yes, it is calling those the GN Ski. So yes, GN skis. So the GN skis can slide over Plavsky particles and battle opponents with actions similar to mogul skiing. So yeah, that's something. But these weapons are really what I like. I like the rifle, the long rifle, just kind of mounted onto the arm there, and then this kind of like rearrangement of some parts to make this shield. Really cool, interesting looking design. I like that quite a bit. So it's got the GN Vulcan in the head, the GN Claw, the shield rifle, and the shield saber. And then we have our color guide here at the bottom. Like with the box art, I really like the color of this mobile suit. It's an odd, interesting color, just that kind of very light, minty green color, and then the kind of cream instead of white for that. So I like that quite a bit. Let's find our parts list here. Oh my, there's even more leftover parts than I would have imagined. So here on the A, B, and C runner, I'm guessing those are original from the original kit, because they have a lot of leftover parts that are not going to be used in this case. And the new runners over here aren't really all that extensive, so that's a lot of parts that aren't being used, being replaced by not a whole lot of new parts, so it's kind of odd. The construction looks like it's going to go from the torso to the head to the shoulders and the arms, finishing up the upper body, then onto the legs and the skis, and then the waist section, and then going back to our color pages here is just showing building the stand, and finishing up the assembly and putting that on the stand, because with the skis on, I imagine it probably doesn't stand up too well. And then starting with the weapons. So we've got weapons there, and then weapons here. Weapons, the shield, all of that. And we've got our beam saber handles mounted into the inside of the shield there. And then adding some parts here, subtracting the skis off of the side of there. And once you take those off the feet, you can mount those onto the shoulder, which is pretty cool. So that's probably where mine will end up going. It's interesting that they don't really show that anywhere like in photographs in the manual, but we'll just have to see how it looks once we've got the kit snapped up. So let's take a look at the runners. So as we saw just a moment ago, we do unfortunately have a pretty large sticker sheet. It looks like stickers for the eyes and then maybe some camera and then inside like the GN drive there. And the rest of these are just small color apps made up of just a kind of cream color and that brownish color. Quite a lot of those. And we have our polycaps here, PC123 in that kind of dark brownish gray color. And then BA0 for our base here. I like this because it's there's no leftover parts. You just kind of break it apart and then put it back together. Alright, so here we have runner A, a 4-color runner here, of course from the original GNX. So we have our 2 beam effect parts here in clear pink, a couple of plain clear parts there at the top, I think for the head and for the GN drive, a couple of that brownish color parts there, looks like parts for the rifle, and then for the hands, 1 open hand and 2 holding hands it looks like are going to be our options for this. And then that cream color for the majority of the parts here on the A runner. Now, by the fact that this A is like cut out of that, that makes me think that this runner is not going to be too old. The original kit is not too old. It's actually, it looks like from 2008 by checking the back of the runner. So it is a little bit older than I expected, but from my very limited experience with the HGOO line, the kits are quite good for the most part. So I don't think that the age will be too much of a negative factor for this kit. Then runner B here, once again, all from the original Jinx kit, and this is just all in this nice minty green color. Really like this color quite a bit. Again, as we saw in the manual, on these first couple runners, we're going to have a lot of leftover parts, so I'll be sure to make note of that and show you guys what kind of we have left over in the review. And then runner C is the last of our old parts for the kit, and it is just all in that same brown color like we saw on the A runner. So all of our joints and everything like that, instead of just being kind of a normal gray, is in this very interesting brown color, which I quite like. That may not appeal to everyone. I think some people probably like sticking with just a normal gray or even like gunmetal or something like that for the inner frame and joints and things like that. But I like when they change it up a little bit for something like this. This is a really nice color, I gotta say. And the other thing I'm wondering is that I wonder if just here on the ABC runners, if those are all the parts that you need to make just the regular GNX. I'll have to check Dalong for sure because like I said, I haven't built that kit, but if that is the case and you do have all the parts necessary to make an original GNX, that's pretty cool. It would kind of defeat the purpose of buying this kit, but it's just kind of interesting to know if you can do that. And then we have runner D, which is our first new runner for the kit. And as you can see, it's once again a 3-color runner, not 4 colors. It looks like 4 colors, but actually this little cream color part here at the bottom is the same color as these 2 cream color parts at the top. Not really sure why they broke it up that way, but I'm sure there is a good reason. And then we have that mint green color throughout the main parts, and then just one little white part here for our GN condenser, it looks like. Or GN drive, I should say. Right, but anyway, the details on this look really nice, and that's one thing that I'm wondering about this, if the new parts are going to be much more detailed than the rest of the kit, but we will just have to see. Then we've got runner E, just some more mint colored parts here, some more new parts for the kit, and we do have 2 of this E runner. And then finally runner F is just this one little small runner here with a few more brown parts on it. Again, all new parts here on the F runner, and we do have 2 of this F1 runner. Now, the reason the D, E, and F runners are a little bit strangely broken up, I would have to guess that they are going to be sharing parts for like the Jinx Striker or the Jinx 4 kits that are coming out in the next couple months. That would be my guess, but I'm not too sure. I'm not really all that familiar with the designs in general, so anyway, that is all that you get in the box. I gotta say, the 2,300 yen price tag for this seems a little bit high. I think this really could have been something more like 18 or even maximum like 2,000 yen. 2,300 yen does seem a bit much. That increase in price is not due to the fact of it being a premium kit. Premium kits aren't really priced higher just due to the fact that they're premium. They're priced higher due to the fact that they have more parts added, more plastic. This one does, of course, have more plastic added. But I don't know, that price does seem a little bit high to me. So anyway, I'm sure it will be a really fun kit. I'm going to snap this up and then we'll come back with the review. As always, guys, if you do have any other questions or comments, you can leave those down below. As always, guys, hope you're having a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.